Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into something that's, super personal, but also kind of mysterious for a lot of us, and that's our own emotional world. Figuring out the why behind what we feel, that can be one of life's biggest puzzles. So let's check out a tool that's designed to bring a little clarity to all that complexity.
So, let me just ask you this right off the bat. How well do you really know what's going on inside? I mean, think about it for a second. We all know when we feel good or bad, but can you truly trace the patterns or see what triggers certain feelings from one day to the next? It's tougher than it sounds.
And look, it's something we all go through. Our lives are just so fast paced now. We're always moving, scrolling, reacting. And in that constant rush, our inner state can just get lost in the noise. It makes it really hard to just pause, take a breath, and understand what's actually happening inside our own heads. But what if you had a space that was designed specifically for that kind of reflection? Well, that's exactly where SoulScript comes in. It's basically a modern answer to this very modern problem.
So, what is it exactly?
Well, at its core, SoulScript is a digital journal, but it's really built on two huge ideas. First, that it's a completely private space for you and you alone. And second, it's there to help you not just record your feelings, but to actually track and make sense of them over time. Okay, so how does this actually work? Let's start with how you capture what you're experiencing, because the platform is designed to go way, way beyond what you'd think of as a typical diary. And this is where things get really flexible. I mean, sure, sometimes words are perfect for describing a moment, but what about that song you just heard, or a beautiful view you saw, or a thought you just need to get out by speaking it? SoulScript lets you use text, photos, videos, and even voice notes to capture the entire feeling of a moment. And what's really cool is that you can mix and match all of these in a single entry. So imagine writing about a great day, but then you also add a photo of the sunset from that day. And maybe a quick voice note just capturing how you felt right then. You're not just logging an event, you're preserving the whole context. Now, capturing these moments is the first step, for sure. But the real magic happens when the app helps you turn all of that personal data into genuine self-awareness. And that all starts with this really simple but powerful little action, the emotional check-in. It's not just picking happy or sad. You can choose from 16 different moods and then use an intensity slider to really get the nuance right. Then you can add quick tags like work or family to give your feelings some context. This simple little habit creates this amazing feedback loop. You log your mood, right? That populates your timeline. And over time, that timeline starts to show you patterns that you probably would have never noticed otherwise. It's a really clear path from a small daily habit to some pretty profound insights. And this is the payoff. The emotional timeline is basically like a weather map for your inner world. You can see at a glance with the color coding, maybe you start to notice you're more anxious in the middle of the week, or that you feel most creative on the weekends. It turns these abstract feelings into data you can actually see. And it's not just about tracking. The app also has your back with active support when you need it. So if you're kind of struggling to write, there are prompts to get you started. If you're feeling overwhelmed, there are guided breathing exercises. And really importantly, there's easy access to crisis resources if you ever need them. Okay, but for any of this to work, for you to be truly honest, you have to feel safe. So let's talk about what is probably the most important pillar of SoulScript, privacy. This isn't just a feature they tacked on, it is the entire foundation of the whole thing.
This right here, this is the core promise. It's simple and there's no confusion. Think about social media, where the default is public sharing. Here, it's the total opposite. The default is total privacy. Your thoughts are yours and yours alone from the second you write them down.
And you are always, always in control. They give you these practical tools to protect that privacy, like being able to automatically blur faces in photos. You can lock the entire app with a PIN or your fingerprint. And the choice to share a specific entry, that choice is always and only yours to make. This really drives home the difference, doesn't it? Social media is so often a stage, right? It's a performance where we're putting forward this curated, perfect version of ourselves. SoulScript is the exact opposite. It's the backstage area. It's a space for private processing where you can just be your authentic self with zero judgment. So as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all back to the main idea here. The incredible power that comes from truly getting to know yourself and understanding your own story. Because ultimately, that's the whole point. This isn't just about making a digital diary. It's a tool designed to help you hold up a mirror to your own emotional world, to capture, to reflect, and to track your journey so you can understand yourself on a much deeper level.
And that's the question I want to leave you with. If you had a map of your own emotional journey showing you the peaks, the valleys, all the recurring weather patterns, what hidden truths about yourself do you think you might finally uncover?